Hi everybody, I am doing a video today based on money magic. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to give a couple of charms that somebody can use to increase prosperity into their life. However, money magic can also mean to take away money from somebody else's life. So bear that in mind. It's not always about increasing prosperity just into your life. It can mean anything associated with money, okay? When people think money magic though, 9 times out of 10, it's normally focused on increasing money into somebody's life. So we'll focus more on that today rather than taking money away, because that very much falls into money magic, but also slash hexing. A couple of things. I once heard a magician say and state that money magic was one of the easiest things to do because money doesn't exist. If you actually think about the concept of money, it very much doesn't exist, especially in the modern world. If you think about it, everything's done by computers. Money is just figures, it's just numbers on a screen. It doesn't actually exist in a weird way. So he said that it was one of the easiest things to manifest because of it having no existence and of it being very fluidic and the way that it is. So let's have a look at a couple of charms and a couple of things that you can do. So one of the things that you can do, the first thing, is that you can burn dried red onion leaves. Okay, not the best thing to do, but normally it's the leaves outside. You know, the sort of crispy leaves you get, so rather than the actual skin, I'd say that, you know, do that, because I burnt the skin once and yeah, it wasn't the best. Still brought money and prosperity into my life, still worked, but you can just use the outer skin on that. So burning the skin of a red onion and actually saying, you know, money to me, grant money to me. Come up with anything. Come up with your own charm, with your own chant, anything like that. I prefer to chant because I feel that it helps me go deeper into a trance. It helps me go deeper into a trance-like state, and I can just focus, constantly imagining money coming towards me. So, if we're going to talk about things that you can burn and things that go on charcoals, let's talk about an incense that you can actually make, and you can bless things that you know, bless charms that you want to create associated with money. So we need to go solar with this, okay? So the sun is very much associated with money. The day of money is meant to be Sunday because it is ruled over by the sun. If you want to bring money into your life and increase it into your life, a waxing moon is best, and a full moon, good, okay? Extra witchy points for that. And the earth is in its potency. If you want to take money away from somebody, the waning moon is the best, or the dark moon. So, but bringing money towards you, waxing, full. Okay, so the incense here is frankincense, orange oil, couple of drops of orange oil, okay, ginger, cinnamon, marigold, and if you can get hold of them, please don't go away killing bees or any of these animals that I mentioned, because I'd be quite upset. But if you can find, because especially bees are on the decrease, unfortunately, if you can find a dead bee, try saving it first. You can feed teaspoons with sugar in and water, and try that first. I always do. But you can get a dried bee, make sure you dry it out, crush it up and put it into the incense, because bees are very much associated with honey, very much associated with you know, reaping the rewards of what they, you know, they work hard, they're very hard labourers, and they have a queen as well, so they can grant wishes. And you mix that up, and then you can put a little bit of honey to bind that, and then for a couple of days, especially in Britain now because it's summer, you can actually leave it out in the sun's rays to be blessed by asking the sun to lend its power to the incense. Okay, you can use this incense to bless charms. So What charms can we do to bring money towards us? So speaking of bees, there's the three bees in the bag. So very, very old folk charm, but if you have three bees that have passed over, and you have their bodies, you can put their bodies in a light blue bag. By some tongues of folklore, it's a light blue bag, and I'll be completely honest, I don't actually know why, because I don't particularly, light blue isn't really associated with healing. Some people say a gold bag. I would see gold as more fitting, or yellow, but each to their own. And you speak to the bees and you ask them, please, can you please work for me from the spirit world and bring in money to my life. Please bring in prosperity, blah, blah, blah. Bless it with your incense, bless it over the fumes of the incense. And you hang that up in a window, or you hang it up over a doorway, asking the bees to reside, to bless, to bring prosperity, to bring money into your house. So let's have a look at other things that we can do. There are loads of things. So a good charm to carry around with you is the mole's feet. Again, if you can get hold of a mole through natural causes, awesome. So moles are said to be great for prosperity because they burrow. They're constantly burrowing underground, and there are a lot of old stories that believe that treasures of the earth are underground, and so they say that moles are very much linked with prosperity, among other things as well. There are other things that moles are linked to in regards to sorcery, not just money. However, there is very much money involved in that. So if you get the feet of a mole, and if you get the dirt that's taken from a bank, from outside a bank, and you gather that, you can then put that into a bag and bless it, bless each thing, So for instance, speak to the feet of the mole. So, mole's feet, please, just as you burrow in the earth, burrow for me and grant me money, bring prosperity. May your hands bring prosperity towards me. Speak to the dirt may this dirt of the bank bring to me prosperity and money. And you put that in a bag and you bless that over your incense and you carry that about with you, and it's a great prosperity charm to have. It's brilliant. What other thing? There are loads of different things for money magic, loads of different things for prosperity that we can actually do. And I've just forgot them all. Speaking of moles, it's actually quite popular as well, and I think you can find them on eBay, but you can actually get a purse made out of mole skin, and that's, or a wallet made out of mole skin, and that's where you keep your money, and it's said that your purse will always be full, and your money will always be full. Another thing, if we're going to talk about wallets and purses, which is obviously where your money is, where you hold your money. Again, you can put, my mum tends to do it as well, she puts an acorn in her purse, and she always says if you put an acorn in your purse will never be empty. It might be full of 1p's and, no, but it's said that it will never ever be empty. So that's another thing that you can do. Each item, whatever route you decide to do, you can bless it with the incense. Another good charm to do is if you collect rainwater. Make sure it's not from a storm though, just, a nice summer rain. That's the best, okay? So perfect time to do it because it's gorgeous. Well, I'm in Britain, so for a few hours a day it's gorgeous. The rest of the time it's overcast. But if you collect the rainwater, and if you you immerse coins into it, so coins, you can do it from your currency, you can do it from other people, you can put foreign coins in there because money is very universal. It's entirely up to you. Just to be on the safe side though, I would personally put pound coins in because, it's the currency of Britain. Unless I was going on holiday somewhere. And you immerse that and you bless that. You could even hold that vessel of water over the fumes, asking for the incense to bless it, saying it. You could think of money coming towards you constantly. You could repeat a charm and then spit in the water. The witch's spirit is said in folklore to hold numerous amounts of blessings or cursings, and then you mix that together You can leave it out in the sun to bathe in its light, and then you immerse yourself, you wash yourself with it. Some people will be like, it's your own spit, it's in your body anyway, so what's the problem? But you can immerse that over yourself, use it as a wash, so that money will rain down on you, so that money will be raining upon you. That's a very, very good charm to use. So there's that. In terms of the sigils and stuff like that you can use. Obviously, a lot of us create our own sigils, which is awesome. But a good bit of advice: if you get the paying in check or the paying in books from the bank, or the slips of paper that you can get, you can use that for helping increasing money into your life. Try not to do it on a paying out check. That tends to not work the best. However, if you want to take money away from somebody else, a paying out check would be the best kind of thing to do. But with that check that you have, you can, on the back of it, you can write your sigil. And that holds the essence of money. That paper already holds the essence of prosperity, of money. It's from a place where money is. So you can use that. And of course, you could put that in your bag with the mole's feet in, with the dirt from the bank in as well. You could use that. So yeah, there are also the seals as well. The seals of Solomon are very good. There's a lot of, believe some of the sun and some of Jupiter as well, that speaks of wishes. Freudian slip, my bad. But you can use the Seals of Solomon. If you're like, well, what one can I use? Have a look online. I think there was a website once called Rainbow Visions that had all the different seals. You can print them out and you can carry them with you in a talisman. You can do that. Obviously bless them. You can bless it by your incense. And you can carry that about with you and put that into your charm as well. So yeah, there's that. One last thing I'll leave it on. There is so much money magic left from folklore, and just modern folk magic as well. There's so much, and you can create your own spells with this, as long as it has the connotations and ties with money. For instance, the one with rainwater and the coins. That's a modern folk magic thing. It's very, very modern. It might be quite old. I don't know, but I think it's a modern thing, and it's a modern thing because I made that up. But it works. It works a treat, and you can put that in your bath water and use it as a bath. So yeah, yeah, that's it. I think. Oh, one last thing. Speak to money spiders. So money spiders are great because they're spiders. They weave a web. They create. Money spiders create, and it's very, very good. So you can, as a money spider weaves its web, talk to it, speak to it with the utmost respect, and tell it, as you weave your web, so may you weave money forth into my life. As you weave your web, so may you weave money forth into my life. You can come up with any different chant that you want, but these are just a handful of things you can do with money. So yeah. That's all, I think. Okay, so yes, peace and over and out. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment underneath. Cool.